This is an LVJ Charger chassis that we've taken apart. This is a WOMP replacement. It has an adjustable wheelbase. The front axle carrier is about the same width as what you would normally find on a WOMP. Here's a WOMP. One of the problems we're trying to solve is make a realistic looking stock car using parts that you can work on that are easily available so you can mix and match. The WOMP has some problems. First of all, these are normal commercial tires and they stick out, so it looks silly. You either have to have fender flares, and at any rate you don't have a stock tread on the back. The tires always hang out. Some of the bodies don't even have the flares, so you'll get a 1/4 inch of tire hanging out even with them tucked all the way in. This is a ProTrack stock car body. They have pretty good proportions. They look fairly realistic. Can't use them on a WOMP. While they're the right width, the wheelbase is way too short. And the other problem, of course, is lack of tires. Two products are going to solve this problem. You can remove the LVJ front axle carrier, and they have just come out with a narrow front carrier, which will allow you to get a wider wheel on the front. Also, these holes allow you to set different wheelbases. So we're going to set this out to a 3.5 inch wheelbase. Screws are included with the LVJ chassis. Use a number 1 Phillips to put these in. Use 4 of these. Keeps them nice and strong. We actually did a sledgehammer test. We put a 10-pound sledgehammer on the track at the end of the straightaway, drove an LVJ into it wide open. All of this stayed together. So to use that really nice ProTrack body, or for that matter, one of the high impact, almost indestructible PVC stock car bodies from Boss Bodies, we needed the wheelbase adjustment. This part solves that. The other problem was a realistic looking tire that would still give you good adhesion on a track. This is a ProTrack PRO219 stock car front. It looks nice, it has the white letters, it's a 5-slot rear, and it's only a 1/2 inch wide. It's a little fatter in profile than what a 15x10 race car wheel would look like, but it is close. The problem is they're fronts, so they're hard as rocks. ProTrack has now come out with a natural rubber version that's soft, gives you a ton of traction. So, use your standard 1/4 inch oil lights on your LVJ chassis. And if you mix them up, you can tell the difference. You just give them a squeeze. This one is really squishy. This one is hard as a rock. The hard ones go on the front. You don't want a lot of traction on the front. I am not going to make you sit through me tightening all the set screws on these. We just want to see what the car is going to look like to give you an idea of what you can build. So this is a 1/8 axle. These are PRO-N219 natural rubber rears, and this is a PSE crown gear. I think it's a 31 tooth. You can use any size, that'll depend on your tuning. Or you can use the inexpensive gray ones. That's a squishy one. That one's going to go on the back. Standard guide flag. When you put these nuts on, you want to make sure you get them on straight because they're very easy to strip. Now to set these, you see I can turn the chassis this way. That is way too tight. Hold it sideways, loosen this a little bit until it swings free but doesn't wobble. You should also lubricate that. We've shortened up some of the work by having the lead wires and clips already soldered on. This car is going to run on a relatively small track, so this is a Smith Scale Speedway small block. It's a 21,000 RPM motor that sells for about $5. There. These wires are way too long, but this is just a demo to show you the finished car. You run your wires under the front axle, keeps the profile down. For now, we're just going to put these in so you can see what it's going to look like. Here's the ProTrack body. Now we haven't used any axle spacers, and you can see how far in the tires are. So you can space these out about 1/4 inch. The tire is totally inside the car. And maybe rotate over for a top shot. Straight down at the car. You see nothing is sticking out. So you've got a nice realistic looking scale body on what's technically a commercial chassis, and it'll run on a home track with the right motor.